Asking the real questions. All right, we got some Jund Dinos here. I believe we're starting at Plat or Diamond 4, 2 pips away from Diamond 3. So this deck is pretty stock dinos. We got some ramp creatures here at the bottom. We've got some hasty stuff. We got a cheeky Domri in here. We've got the Rotting Registors. We got some Duresses out of the sideboard. Let's smash some folks here, hopefully. Maybe ladder our way up to Mythic. We have the nut draw here. Turn 2 Raptor, turn 3 Raptor. You love to see it. Hey Sean, well, good to have you here still either way. Congrats on the new job. Virtual Realism, thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. So one thing that's really exciting that Twitch is testing that I'll hopefully get access to in their next wave of beta invites is Twitch is testing an official channel points currency that you'll be able to have on individual Twitch channels. And what that's going to allow people to do is you basically earn made up Twitch points for watching the channels that you watch. Yeah, exactly. And one of the bonuses I'll be able to give is I'll be able to have a certain number of Twitch or the channel points to allow non-subs to send messages in sub-only chat. So people who are not subs that watch a lot will still be able to chat to some degree, which will be nice. To figure out what a good ratio of that is. But that'll be a good bit of interaction. Yeah. Will these fake points make me extra money? I mean, in a way, they'll probably make me extra money because they're going to increase engagement. And increased engagement is going to turns into extra dollars. Yeah, it's similar to the types of points that you could do with something like Nightbot. Except, what's the word that I'm searching for? They, No, they're just for extra. They're just for encourage people to tune in more often. All right, so what do I want to do here? I think I'm just playing a tapped land and playing this. And then ideally next turn I'm going to be able to go this. I do believe we get to name the made-up points. Man, is this a good turn? Smush. Hey, Leak Eater, thanks for the 4 months. Yeah, so the reason why it being integrated directly into Twitch is a big deal, Tron Dragon, is because being integrated directly into Twitch allows it to do things like letting people send, it allows you to do things like having non-subs send chat messages. So things like that wouldn't be possible under the Nightbot variation, for example. So I think I'm supposed to cut the Ghaltas against the control decks. Same thing with Rotting Regisaur, because, like, if they kill this during my upkeep after I discard a card, I just get 2 for 1s. Maybe I'm supposed to keep some of these in, though. At least one. Let's leave at least one. Twitch is currently beta testing channel currency, which are points that people will be able to collect for just watching Twitch channels that the streamer can give different rewards for. So, like, I could give custom rewards too, like, for some absurd amount of watch time, let people bump things in the queue, or add decks to the queue, for example, too. Might be an interesting way to let people free to play that. I'd have to figure out what an appropriate ratio for that is, though, too, because, for example, my Twitch channel at any given month has anywhere between 8 and, like, 12 million minutes watched on it. So, like, the number of minutes watched to be able to turn into something that could otherwise be money is something I'd have to play with so I don't get flooded out. Ooh, that was a good draw off the top. Hey, Rapner. This workday is in no way sponsored by Jeff Hogan's stream, but Jeff, if you're out there, it could be. Good to have you here. Myth Carrion, thank you for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. Someone asked which pure leaf tea I'm drinking. I generally drink the just unsweetened black tea. But I also don't mind the what's the word that I'm searching for? I like their from the sweetened versions, I really like the raspberry tea.
My entire life. Explains a lot, actually. Nothing disgusts me more than law and order.
Isn't a fight you can win. Trust me, I have a plan.
Ooh, you think I'm just gonna let you pace me? Have at it, boys.
My wife has slowly been getting my friends to try different fancy teas when they come over. Tea's great.
Don't worry, I got this.
Hit me again.
It's actually one thing I'm not really looking forward to is I had mentioned on stream, I think last month or a couple of weeks ago, that my dentist took scans of my teeth so I could get signed up for Invisalign to get some of my crooked teeth straightened. And not being able to drink tea throughout the day will be a little annoying. You can only drink water while you have them in. You're supposed to wear them 22 hours a day.
Doesn't always work out how you want.
gonna hang on to him because he can give a Dino haste instead of just dying to this Oath right away.
I've got time.
Hey, Rainbow. Thank you for the 3 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I think I'm pretty happy with how we sideboarded. Just gonna go ahead and run it back. Maybe I don't want this. I'm gonna put another Ghalta back in. Yeah, Betrayal's one of the few semi-cooperative games I don't mind. It's got a pretty neat design overall. Blood Crypt is the perfect land tier. Unlocks both our missing colors. Hey, eggs are good. I'm glad to hear you're through your rough patch. I'm glad I could be here to help. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. You can always skip over scenarios if you're not a fan of what they're doing, though, Jensen. You can always roll for a different haunt. In fact, if I recall, there's details in there that, like, you can roll for a different haunt in this way. Like, if you've hit a haunt you've already done before, for example. Hey, Thumper. Thanks for the brand new Prime support. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Thanks for keeping me around. I appreciate it. Deputy of Detention's a little savage here. Mostly out of gas at this point. Yeah, the 3-mana 7/7, whether or not that card's playable, 1 probably determines on how freely available food is in Constructed, and 2 is going to depend on it's going to depend on how much 3-mana Teferi is still played. Right. Really looking for like a fry. How about another Llanowar Elf chat? How do we feel about that? All right. Down to 8. They're gonna have to start chump blocking this Ripjaw at some point. And if they're chump blocking the Ripjaw, they're gonna be dealing damage to it. Let's me draw extra cards, so that's nice. So they keep breaking off here. We're gonna eventually get into drawing 2 cards of turn territory, which should let us overpower what they have on board. I wouldn't say I dislike jazz, but it's also not a style of music that I like actively seek out. Most of the music I listen to personally tends to be like punk pop type stuff. A lot of Paramore. New band a friend introduced me to recently is called Against the Current that I've really enjoyed. Yikes. Yikes. Fallout Boy, Linkin Park, stuff like that. Bad stuff from the early to mid 2000s. Brutal. Well, I mean, the good news is we're not drawing all those lands for the next few turns. Yeah, exactly, Pelly. Glass half full. I don't have any Planeswalkers in my deck, so I'll take Gaia's Wrath, I suppose. Hey, Vicarian, thank you very much for the very generous sub gifties. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. This is unfortunately a terrifying top deck from them, right? So let them dig real deep, real fast. Which is unfortunate considering we finally drew something good. Nope. I've got the link in the deck queue. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. That'll get added to the deck queue this evening after I'm all done.
Stand by and watch.
Yeah, I think Azcanta's on my list of cards that I'm like most excited to see leave the format. For sure. Ooh, speaking of good top decks. Speaking of good top decks. Is your face the place, opponent? A little bird told me your face was the place. Yeah, we have 4 of these. Trample. And then they were at 1.
Let's try this.
As you will, opponent. So they need to find like a cast down here. Gaia's Wrath doesn't do it because they have the Gaia's Wrath Deputy of Detention deck is an interesting sideboarding decision. Feel like those shouldn't both be in their deck. It's a pretty good one. That's why I kept this is why I've been keeping the land in my hand. So that way I could discard the land instead of a spell should they rip this. Getting draw step thought erasure because magic's fun. Fun and interesting. I assume we're losing the Rampaging Ferocidon here since it has Menace and turns off their life game. This is only at 2, so I'm going to send the Ceratops at their face again here. And again, like, the fact that, like, they have 2 of our monsters under the Deputy means that, like, their better cards like Sweepers aren't even that good here. Might as well trample for 1, right? Put you to 3. And remember, Deputy of Detention can't Oh, I can't cast this. Oh, that's brutal. That's super unfortunate. Yikes. All right. Well, that leaves us in a much worse spot than I thought we were in. We have to dodge their draw step plus an Azcanta activation here. God, that's so brutal. Just running Bellhaunts. The Thought Erasure was actually the extra nail in the coffin, right? Because they had Thought Erasure to allow them to take the Rampaging Ferocidon away. Alright, so we just need to draw a second Ceratops here. Tilt. You still play that out, right? Yeah, definitely. That really sucks. They get to kill this next turn. They get to bounce Othekaya and then double Oath. Yeah, just every part of Teferi Time Raveler is an offensive design. Why does it draw a card? Why does it survive? We'll never know, really. So they're going back up to 11 here. Because Esper Control needed Lightning Helix that they could bounce with their... That they could bounce. They have a land to activate Azcanta this turn, too. They don't, but they get to rebuy their Othekaya again. Really, that's interesting. Alright, I'm done. Alright, only 4 or 5 more days of standard, and then we get a change. And I guess tomorrow we're technically playing something slightly different. Yikes. Ugh. This is where the magic happens, folks. It's just a bad fucking joke. Alright, sure. Yeah, there's 10 days till a set release, but I'm not streaming standard every day between now and then. I'm doing standard today, and then I'm doing standard Tuesday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because tomorrow I'm playing in the, main deck Lava Coil. That's brutal. Tomorrow I'm playing in the Twitch Rivals thing, so... That's standard 2020, so not this current standard format. Did do a 3-ball. It's not bad considering we mulliganed to 4. Mulliganed to 4 and they got hit by main deck Lava Coil. Some fun ape decks in Modern. What's it called? It's absurd. The Neoshul brand deck is hilarious. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Main deck coil, eh? Maybe that means I want to cut Ceratops. Can see that. That seems fine. Let's do this. Sure. Hopefully Commune finds a red source. I guess I should have been more specific when I said Commune finds a red source. What's your aristocrats list look like, Gummy Pizza? I've been playing green-white tokens, but I'm definitely not married to it. I think I'd rather get a land tier than a Regisaur. The mana in the Aristocrats deck gets even worse, which is why I'd be kind of hesitant to play it. Because, like, that deck had arguably bad mana with 8 duels, so, like, losing a duel is, like, a pretty big deal. Hey, thanks for the 5-month space. I appreciate it. Welcome back. How has Standard changed, if at all? The current Standard format has mostly become, like, a greed race to the top. He says as he's playing against Mono Red. It's actually the first time I played against Mono Red in a while. A lot of people just like trying to like take turns trying to go over the top of each other. Gargantuan, this is kind of just an established archetype that posts a bunch of 5-0s, so I don't really have constructive or specific reasons for why we're playing the cards we're playing, other than other people who are having success play these cards, so I'm just copying the people who know what's up. Hey Jake, thanks for being here. We about to get Whirly Boyd. At least we get to draw 2 cards, glass half full. Glass half full, get to draw 2 cards before I get slaughtered. I think you're asking why we didn't board it out. Oh, I didn't board it out because you're frequently going to have board states where you need your dinosaurs to block so you don't die. And then Ghalta can come down and actually close the game out while the rest of your guys block for you not dying. Like, this is a good example of a board state where, like, I need this Regisaur Alpha to, like, play defense for me. And then Ghalta can come down and actually end the game. My current list only loses Diagonal Goblin and Chucks. Huh. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. Maybe that is worth looking into. Alright, so I'm gonna... If I do this... Could also do this... I'm gonna do this and go to 4. So I can do this into Regisaur. Yeah, we pump the brakes for one more turn here. And then next turn we get to go second Regisaur, Ghalta, attack you. Alright, let's start with this now. Oh, this math is actually kind of hard. What happens when I attack with everything? So if I attack, I don't think I can attack with everything, right? In fact, I think I'm just attacking with this. I think I'm just attacking with this. Cause like they're pretty dead next turn. So I don't think I really want to get overly aggressive. The way this game's played out, I feel like has been a great example of like why we want Ghalta post board. It's like defense, defense, defense. All right, turn the corner, kill you. We kept this in hand, so we're going to discard it to the Rotting Regisaur so we can jam this and smash next turn. Hey, Underplex, thanks for the 10 months of support there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. This is hopefully lethal. I don't know. It's not my job to figure it out. Turns out it was in fact lethal. All right, on the scoreboard. That was a close game. When they had the the turn, they had the bolt your thing, coil your thing, chain whirler. I thought we were done for. We were able to pull that back off there, which is nice. Let's stick to the plan here. Blake and Trusty, thank you for the 12 months of support. Let's make sure you have a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one. So, I think this hand is a keep because this is one of our best cards in the matchup, and hopefully this finds us a 2-drop. If this finds us a Raptor, yeah. That was a really good land draw. Okay, lets me play this without hurting myself. He's dead, Jim. You've killed him. Would love to draw a Lava Coil here, or a 2 or 3 mana spell. Brontodon would be good. Lava Coil would be great. Alright, well, they're going to lose one of those two at least. We got that going for us. No Chandra coming down. No, they're not going to lose it because Chandra triggers Steamkin and Steamkin cast Wizard Lightning. Yikes. I think we might have died, chat.
I'm the best fire starter there is. Sit back and watch it burn.
Burn, baby, burn. Our health points are going down. Do, 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 do. They're still at 20. We are so dead. Here comes the monthly support towards Cornfield Productions. Hopefully it's Seymour Neo brand when new cards are available. Yeah, definitely. So my plan is to do all standard content for the first 3 days after the set release. But the Monday following the set release we'll be going back to doing some modern every morning. And as always, my intended schedule is kept up to date on my website. So you can always know what to expect there. I assume we're dead. When do today's games go up on YouTube? They'll be up on YouTube tonight. You can watch you can re-watch a stream as it's happening now on Twitch though. If you click back into past VODs. Nobody's commented on it, so I assume we're pretty okay with it. But how do we feel about the slight layout change with the addition of the F2K banner? I feel like it fits pretty elegantly over there, just making chat a little bit smaller. I didn't want to like put it onto the looks better. Yeah, I also got a horizontal banner for them, We had the square last week. Yeah, the rectangle banner looks much better than the square one. I agree with that. I didn't want to cover any more of the in-game overlay, basically. Although I could scooch this up a little bit, huh? I just want to make sure you can see my opponent's current game wins, because that's relevant information. Yeah, my chat was pretty big before. To be fair. Elves, eh? If only Moto considered that valuable information, right? Yeah, like, it's important that the banners be there, obviously, because bills to pay and all that, but not having them cover relevant game information is important. So I can cast this, and, like, attack for 10. Add 19 power to the board, attack for 10. Decent turn 4. You just cover the chat with an overlay of bots praising products and make it look like chat. It's an interesting line. To be fair, their board's no slouch either. They're gonna get to, like, fart one of these next turn. Hopefully we can run them down before it's too relevant, though. Yeah, the trample's pretty good. Trample is pretty good, chat. I think I want Lava Coils in. And Ceratops. I think I want Ferocidon out here too, maybe. I don't think they're gaining much life out of the mono green deck. This seems fine. What do we think of that board plan? Think it's good? Like having more removal spells? My 12/12 conveniently cost GG there, which seems super fitting, huh? My 12 drop cost GG. Yeah, that positioning on the chat is so perfect too, because it lines up just perfectly over the deck name here. And then the banner ad doesn't cover any of this here with the usernames. I think I like that. Looks good. That's true. Ferocidon does deal a lot of damage then. If they go super wide, I don't know. I feel like we can maybe run underneath them a lot of the time. We'll see. Maybe it's right to have him in still. I think I want to kill their thing here. Man, the Dinos deck, this deck in Historic is going to be crazy consistent because it's going to get to play Commune and Once Upon a Time. That's kind of silly. I think I'm just taking a land here. Red Source lets me Lava Coil plus Huntmaster here. Yeah, I saw the new Counterspell Murder. It's interesting because it doesn't do anything early, which is a challenge. This is exactly the dinosaur I wanted for Christmas. Is it? Kinda. Not really, I guess. This still costs me one more. I wanted a dinosaur that had more power than attack there. Or more power than mana cost. Would have been ideal. New set seems pretty interesting overall. The flavor's been knocked out of the park. Opponent's had enough. Alright, we're on the scoreboard. How we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for dropping in here today. If you're a new viewer, my name's Jeff Hoagland. I stream Magic and other strategy games full-time here on Twitch. I'm here 30, 40, sometimes even 50 hours a week. If you enjoy constructed Magic, this is definitely the channel for you. Usually we do some modern or some of Magic's older formats on Magic Online every morning, and then we do some standard on Magic Arena in the late morning, early afternoon here. As always, I'd love to give a shout out to my wonderful subs. I wouldn't be here day in and out without their support, so thanks to all of them for keeping me in play. I'd also like to plug a couple of my sponsors here really quick. The Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series is a $5,000 cash tournament series that happens every single month in the Midwestern United States. If you can't make it out to the Midwest to play in one of their standard, modern, or legacy tournaments, be sure to check out their streaming coverage as well at twitch.tv/NRG series. BCW Supplies, the only ones I trust to protect my paper trading cards. Using code Jeff10 at bcwsupplies.com. You can save 10% on sleeves, binders, deck box, all sorts of other fantastic gaming accessories there with them. Their Elite Guard 2 sleeves are a fantastic product at a great price. It's starting at just $8 for 100 sleeves. Hey, Corn Chips, thanks for the 14 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Cardsphere.com is the peer-to-peer trading network. They'll love to help you turn your cards into other cards or to other players. There's no haggling, and they just take 1% fee off the top. Head on into our next match with the Stompy Dinos. Had kind of a medium run so far today. I think we're 1-2. And had the mono red deck go under us. Had the Esper deck go over the top of us. It's a hard knock life. I think we're going to keep this and bottom the Huntmaster here, and then hopefully we'll commune into a Stomping Ground or a Stomping Ground or Rootbound Crag. Perfect. Sounds mid-range, bro. It really does, doesn't it? Hey, thanks for the 17 months, Weeb. Welcome back. This is like one of our best possible starts, which is sweet. I think I just pumped the brakes and play defense here, especially with the Savage Stomp in my hand as well. Ripjaw is just like our single best card against these red decks. Just 4 or 5 that draws us cards when they attack into it or try and kill it. Yeah, the new red legend is really slick. Gobble, gobble. That's tasty. And I think I just pivot here at this point. Pivot. Pivot. Deal. Yeah, War of the Spark is it had a lot of pretty offensive card designs in it. I think it sent a lot of people on I'm taking a break from Magic. I guess this attack technically isn't lethal, but I also think we're pretty unlikely to die in the backswing with them only having 1 card in hand. So, smush. Hey, Toggle Boggle, thanks for the 6 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I agree with that. Or in this park, it's like, God, how long are these cards legal for? Why are they still here? When are they going away? We do in fact have a countdown for when they're going away. In fact. Alright, dead you. These are my dinos. There are many like them, but these ones are mine. Yeah, watching people play the M20 events, it looks like the Golos Field of the Dead decks aren't going anywhere, which is kind of unfortunate. I was hoping they would lose enough lands to not be playable. At least the Golos decks won't have Nexus of Fate anymore, I suppose. But yeah, Field of the Dead is like some Valakut level miserable stuff in Standard. It's not a good scene. I think I want to leave some Ceratops in just because they do get reach. The rest of this seems fine. Maybe I want Bronte in my deck. Maybe I want to pull down a touch. Bronte kills their Cavaclade as well. Let's try this. Yeah, the Yarok deck is lower to the ground than some of those other ones. The Yarok deck is less offensive to play against. It's also weaker, which is why it's less offensive. Less linear, more interactive, in my opinion, tends to make for less offensive play patterns. Standard, just something that is destined to be rancid by design. I mean, so we actually talked about this a little bit earlier today too, but one of the things you have to remember is that for everything that you really dislike about a specific design or card or play pattern in Standard, that card or design or play pattern is the reason somebody else loves playing Magic. Like, things that elicit strong reactions tend to elicit those strong reactions in multiple directions. So the reason some people love Magic are the exact same reasons other people dislike it as well.
Anything. Hey, these little guys are great.
That being said, I do wish that prison style cards I really wish those would be designs they would stay away from. In general, prison style cards are things that I wish they would not have around. And for a long time, they didn't have them around. So I'm kind of surprised they went back to that.
Hey, these little guys are great.
I mean, there's definitely people that love prison-style decks. Need a removal spell here, or we're dead. And we're dead. You're playing Hearthstone, Jin. No always beats yes. Hey, Dr. Mr. Punny, thanks for that brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate you taking advantage of that September half off. Welcome to Hoaglandia. When do full spoilers finish? We should get a full spoiler on Friday. If I recall correctly, the full dump should be Friday. Our hand's really good here. So what's a prison deck? Prison decks, or cards with prison elements, are cards that lock your opponent out of being able to take game actions. So for example, in this current standard format, 3-mana Teferi and Narset are prison cards because they prevent your opponent from taking a specific game action. And this does die to shock, but there's also a chance they're just attacking in to enable light up the stage, so I'm okay with that. And Skewer was going to kill it either way, so deal. It was an excellent draw. Just wanted the top tier spot. Thanks for the biddies, dude. I don't know that Rule of Law is strictly a prison card. Yeah, they're the least favorite. So, for people who are new to Magic, here are some classic examples of miserable prison cards. Ensnaring Bridge and Blood Moon are kind of like the poster children of troubled prison cards in older sets. Maybe I'm supposed to... I'm supposed to not take that block there because he lets me draw cards. Yeah, Back to Basics is another good example of a prison-style card. Why did I just click through that? Why did I just click? I was reading a message. Wow, that's a huge mistake. Holy crap. It's kind of a tilt. Oh, mistakes were made, chat. They couldn't have, like, that attack was just bad, right? I just didn't block for some reason. Because I clicked through it. Yeah, maybe Reach Dino can save us. They have Lava Coil. Yeah, but, like, Lava Coil didn't... They had already made their land drop last turn, right? So Lava Coil wasn't castable. I'm so tilted right now. Alright, well, the good news is if they attack, I get to draw an extra card, I suppose. Alright, so I get to attack this, they block, I draw a card. Would love to draw a removal spell. Next turn, we can go Ripjaw Ghalta.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
So what a good interactive deck is gonna drastically vary depending on what decks people are actually playing. Huh? I guess I should have attacked before playing out my hand, huh?
I'm late to meditation anyway.
So this is a concession attack. Hey, thanks, Guard. I appreciate the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. Just make sure we finish it with a clean sweep. All right, so almost punted. Deck pulled us through. Nox used permanent swapping cards to trade Frenzy to day 9 with a Grafdigger's Cage in the field. With no way to generate red mana, day 9 couldn't play cards the rest of the game. That's kind of funny. Like, having to, like, work for it like that is okay to a degree, I think. But just, like, single cards like Blood Moon and Snaring Bridge Teferi, those are cards I prefer to stay away from. Winter Orb's a prison card. Lots of prison cards are symmetrical, Thunderwunk. It's only recently that we stopped printing symmetrical cards, actually. Yeah, right? Hero of Dominaria isn't the Teferi Hero of, when Teferi Hero of Dominaria rotates, he won't even be the most offensive Teferi in Standard. I'd have laughed at you. I would not have believed you. Anyways, I heard of you because day 9 is always trying your decks, and I looked you up, and your content's great. Been watching YouTube for a hot minute, and I'm happy to support you live. I really appreciate that, Dr. Mr. Punny, and I'm glad you enjoyed the YouTube stuff. If you haven't already done so, be sure to check out my website as well. It's got, like, a lot of well-organized stuff from my YouTube channel. They have cast down here. I'm a little sad. I'm gonna get cast down. That's unfortunate. Trophy. Okay. That's less sad because it lets me play Ferocidon this turn. We do have a meme section on the website for both Standard and Modern. Huh, Arc Bow. What does the Arc Bow deck lose in M20? It doesn't lose much, right? It's like mostly mana. It's like Llanowar Elves. I've got Explore creatures in here, but those aren't really the end of the world. Huh?
Alright. I'll just see myself out then.
Yeah, I wonder if the Bant mana could work, because I feel like if I played the Arc Bow deck, I would need to play Deputy because, what's it called? Field of the Dead still everywhere. What's going on, Namichel? I appreciate the 44 months. Welcome back. The Golden Goose should make it easier, right, Trax? Because we'll get to play the Golden Goose. And also, like, if you don't draw a blue source, it's not the end of the world because you can just discard it to the... You can just discard your thing to to the arc bow.
The land shall conquer you.
Oh my god, I just clicked through without giving this haste. Oh, it's been a rough morning. The reason why I keep disappearing on camera is because I keep blowing my nose. I have 2 small children. I'm currently plague-ridden. It's being a couple misclicks today. Mental slip-ups. I think I want Lava Coil again here. I think I want Ceratops more than Domri. Okay, let's give this a try. Oh, so, tracks, I'm talking about Bant Bow without cards from the new set. Because I'm playing in an M20 standard event tomorrow for Twitch Rivals. Paradise Druid probably makes it pretty feasible. You probably can't play Frilled Mystic. I think you probably play like green-white Splash Deputy. Is probably where you want to be in life. Maybe some Teferi. Alright, do you believe in the commune with dinosaurs, chat? I believe in communing with dinosaurs. We're gonna do it, okay? We're gonna find a land and we're gonna draw a land. It's gonna be great. I believe. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Whew. Alright. 5 looks is a lot of looks. Yeah, like, missing a land with Commune with Dinos is, like, exceptionally unlucky. Which would mean it's believable that I could do it, but it's still not what you expect on average. Yeah, the Gates deck, I've been working on a tokens deck, but the Gates matchup is what I'm worried about. I don't know what the tokens deck is. Oh, I could do this. I didn't even think about that. So obviously I gave the wrong thing haste. I forgot this was going to be cheaper. It's a pretty decent... This is a decent turn 3 after we missed a land drop. Missed our 3rd land on 3. Played Rotting Regisaur. Let me just discard this Ghalta, because I got a second. Yeah, turn 4 Ghalta after missing 2 lands. Not bad, .jpg. In fact, maybe I should have discarded one of these 2 instead of discarding the other Ghalta. Go. Thank you for the 2nd month of Twitch Prime support. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. He's dead, Jim. You've killed him. If they have another removal spell here, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. I couldn't haste Ghalta. They killed my thing that was giving haste. And again, I missed 3 points of damage at one point this game, so... Alright, Trophy lets me play this with a Raptor post-combat, so that's nice. Except there's not a basic mountain in my deck. Yikes. Yikes, there's no basic mountain. I guess that makes sense. We need green on one. I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying I'm not happy about it.
I am the master here. Putrid, but effective.
I guess I'm passing. Nah, this lets them draw a card, but it kills their thing.
They were a lousy servant anyway.
If they have a removal spell, they can clear the board with the Liliana down tick. Sad panda.
A little death never hurt anyone.
Hey, Thread Menace, thanks for the 9 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Vomit.
Strange and magnificent world.
Things are slipping away from us here, chat. Not really, Fish Lamb Clock. I don't know that there's anything really meaningful you can do to fix the problems that that archetype has. I don't know, I just feel like there's always too many fair decks people like to play it. That's not a deck I could envision myself ever playing if I was looking to win. Alright, so they block and we both draw a card. This is -4, so they're not going to get to edict us again next turn, so that's nice. We have another trophy. That's so brutal. Scruff, McGruff, Ruff. I just have one that I got for free with my desk. Garden Variety Troll. Card's pretty good. It would be better if I hadn't missed 3 points of damage earlier this game, though. Although I guess I wouldn't have lethal either way. They'd have 3 blockers, 4 blockers.
Good help is easy to find in war.
Nah, I haven't, Hider. Hitting the button twice hasn't annoyed me enough. So the electronics are crap, but until they stop working altogether, I'm just going to deal with it. Ghalta would be a good draw. We lose life gain lands? No, we don't. The life gain lands are still legal, right? Those just got printed. Those are like in this last set, right? Yeah, gain lands were M20. Every time we play the Dinos deck, it's like pretty underwhelming. This archetype really feels like one of those ones where, like, when I see it post 5-0s and, like, do well in events, I really wish I could see the complete data, because, like, for every person that goes 5-0 with this deck or, like, does well in something, how many more people are, like, hitting these strings of, like, kind of mediocre and underwhelming draws to, like, is the deck actually performing well, or is it just being propped up by the fact that, like, there's enough people slamming the noodle into the wall that eventually one of them stuck? So, I don't know. Green, red, Jund, all these builds tend to feel a little bit meh to me. I mean, even without the black, like we played straight green-red dinos last time, and even that felt pretty medium. Not a huge fan.